This is another edition of My Burbank News.
Engine 13 traffic collision pedestrian, Empire Avenue and Hollywood Way, PD is en route.
Video shot immediately after the accident and before the arrival of first responders shows the chaos at the scene on Vanowen, just west of Hollywood Way. Burbank police say that the two vehicles, which they said were a white Toyota Scion and a white Toyota Corolla, were speeding eastbound on Vanowen Street. Just after passing Hollywood Way, the vehicles collided, sending one into a power pole and the other into a fire hydrant.
Engine 13, PD is updating the location to Vanowen west of Hollywood Way, and power lines are down.
Engine 13, who had arrived, gave a size-up of the situation and called for additional resources.
We're on Vanowen, just
Truck 12 assist engine RA13. Not to a traffic collision pedestrian, Empire Avenue, Vanowen Avenue and Hollywood Way.
As you can see, the scene was hectic, with water gushing into the air and a damaged power pole as firefighters and paramedics reached and tried to treat the victims. Not only was he able to shoot video for this report, but My Burbank's Ross Benson also got some dramatic pictures from the scene. Fire officials weighed in on what they had at the time.
Do you have a patient there? Agent 13 has a patient that's pinned under a vehicle. We're trying to to the patient now. I've got multiple wires down. It looks like I have extrication needs as well.
Unfortunately, according to police, a man later identified by the coroner's office as 23-year-old Samuel Aldana Castro of Los Angeles had been ejected upon impact from the Scion and was pronounced dead at the scene. Incident Command at the scene then asked for additional resources to be dispatched.
Battalion 1, Truck 11, RA11, elements of assignment, traffic collision, rescue, extrication, Vanowen Street and Hollywood Way.
As he was responding to the scene, Burbank's Battalion Chief, known as Battalion 1, asked for an update from units at the scene.
give me an update, Mr. Cowder.
I've got Agent 13 working on outpatient. I've got another person that's been struck. I've got Agent 13 working on outpatient. The car looks like it's wrapped around the top and the gushing hydrant.
Burbank Water and Power was also dispatched to the scene to help turn off the water to the sheared fire hydrant and to make sure the power lines were not a danger to first responders. Police say that the preliminary investigation has revealed that the Scion and the Corolla were traveling eastbound on Vanowen Street at a high rate of speed. As the vehicles approached Hollywood Way, the vehicles collided with each other and careened into an electrical pole and fire hydrant. The force of the collision knocked the electrical pole down and sheared the fire hydrant. While the driver of the Scion did not survive his injuries, the driver of the Corolla remained at the scene and was interviewed by traffic investigators. According to Burbank Police, at this time, it is unknown whether drugs or alcohol were factors in this collision. Preliminarily, it appears unsafe speed is likely a contributing factor. James Robledo, who was at the scene observing passing trains from the platform, told us what he heard and saw.
When this accident scenario occurred, I was sitting right here where they have the surf liners, metro line straighters, and freight trains pull up on throughways. It was probably the largest sound that these two highways have ever known to have as of to this point.
After water and power personnel were able to cut off the water and render the power lines safe, it was then up to the Burbank Police Department traffic investigators to gather at the scene and begin their investigation. A Burbank field evidence technician was also dispatched to the scene to document the entire area for investigators. Besides the photos taken, investigators will also look to document any skid marks and available video footage from the vast array of cameras that are mounted on poles in Burbank. As you can see in these pictures from the scene, the destruction was violent and immense. This collision remains under investigation by Burbank Police Department Traffic Detective Ryan Murphy. Anyone who may have witnessed the collision is asked to contact Detective Murphy at the Burbank Police Department. As always, we appreciate your support, and please like and especially subscribe to My Burbank to help our channel grow, so we can continue to bring you these news items in the future.